Hello everyone and welcome to my place on the internet, where I am your host, Peter aka the MuttonChopGuy, where I jump into the sprawling world of manga to talk about a niche genre within it, known as gay Komi, or Bara, whichever you choose.
Okay.
So, in this video, I'm going to be going back to my non-furry Bara related content because I realized that I covered multiple furry works in a row unintentionally. Like, literally, that was not my intention to do that at all, so trying to bring balance back to my things by covering it in an even split. So, why not continue there? And while I've been trying to find a Gigori Kame work that I can cover that would not ban me from YouTube because of the nature of the content, I did have a Discord member recommend me this particular mangaka because he felt like this one kind of is an outlier, and I can definitely understand where this person is coming from because this person definitely feels like an outlier to the usual Bara manga stuff that you would see. But I'm not saying that as a bad thing. And which title am I going to be covering in this video? Well, it's called Old Man Diner by Satoru Sugajima. I certainly hope I did not butcher that name, but I'm apologizing right now if I did, as I am the MuttonChopGuy, butcher of names, and pronouncer of words.
Stop it. Get some help.
Yep, so without further ado, let's just go ahead and get things going.
Shall we?
This is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
The story begins on a nice summer day at a diner, and our first main character, Gorumatsu, is sitting inside while trying to cool off from the heat. Being the owner of the diner, he sits there in his undergarments and doesn't use the air conditioner since he has no customers. A usual tactic to save on costs that most business owners would take, at least from what I have been told. Then our second main character, Tsutomu, who apparently doesn't need a last name, enters into the chat by walking into the diner, finding Matsu trying to cool himself off. Tsutomu sits down by a nearby table, requesting a beer and for the air conditioner to be turned on. So you're just going to ignore that dude? Okay, sure.
What is wrong with you?
Goru explains how the AC is under maintenance, but tells Tsutomu that he has the coldest beer he'll ever drink. Yeah, because drinking alcohol in hot temperatures is always a great idea. I should know, I grew up in the desert where it consistently got over 120 degrees Fahrenheit. And it silently does the calculation for Celsius for non-American people.
111 degrees? Phoenix can't really be that hot, can it? Oh my god, it's like standing on the sun!
This city should not exist. It is a monument to man's arrogance.
Anyways, so he drinks the beer, then notices that Goru is in his underwear. Oh, so now you notice? Hey, why are you in your boxers? It's hot and my AC is broken, dude. Aren't you listening? Goru tells Satomu that if he wants to cool off, he can take his clothes off too. He assures him that no other customers will show up during this part of the date, which after some contemplation, Satomu goes ahead and strips. Okay. Goru comments about Satomu's wearing a fudonshi, and after some banter, Goru just goes ahead and kisses Satomu. Yep, you pretty much know what happens next.
Enough already, you can stop.
Afterwards, they discuss about themselves with each other over watching the clouds roll in, indicating the approach of the autumn equinox. This is where the conversation gets a bit wonky with how it progresses. Just try to follow along here. So, Goru used to live in Tokyo and moved out to the countryside as he prefers to live alone, stating that it's better suited for his type of life. Satomu probes for a few answers about dealing with his urges, gets a response about one night stands, asks if that's all he is to Goru, which Goru kind of teases him with asking if he fell in love with him, and he even gets offered to stay as long as he wants, just for Goru to renege on that, telling Satomu to stop being so naive. But it doesn't stop there. Satomu then declares that he's not leaving and that it's Goru's duty to take care of him, because he was the one to cream the bagel. God, I just can't believe I actually read that out loud.
Ew, that's gross!
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that one. But it gets weirder. So Goro asks about Satomu's boyfriend, only for him to confess that they just broke up and he was kicked out of the car on their way to Tokyo and walked the rest of the way to the diner. Goro tells him that he doesn't get enough business to finance himself, but Satomu says that he has a way to help with that. So the next day, someone eats at the diner, finds the meal absolutely excellent, and the place starts busting at the seams with customers. Baffled by all of this, Goro ran into the kitchen to find out how the hell Satomu was able to make things work with the same stuff Goro has been using, just for Satomu to stick a spoonful of food into his mouth. Astonished by the quality of the flavor, Satomu explains that he was a chef at a high-end restaurant. Oh well, isn't that just bloody convenient? Where are the freaking odds of that, I wonder? They finally close the diner, and Goro lies on the floor with exhaustion while Satomu is tallying up the total amount of sales. Seeing the results, Goro agrees to let Satomu stay, making him delighted to the news, in which he licks his face in response. Of course, this arouses Goro and demands Satomu to take care of it, and we get another scene. But this time, Satomu falls asleep during it, and Goro wanted to finish, so he kinda just finishes before going to bed? Yeah, this is just crazy how this is written.
What a time to be alive.
The next morning, Satomu is pouting while eating breakfast with Goro because he left him on the floor. Wow, dude, at least give him a pillow or something? And the story rounds off with a quick fellatio scene and Goro contemplating on the future with Satomu. Aw, that's sweet.
That was cute. I liked that. I liked that a lot.
The story is quite a messy one, but somehow works out in the end. Like, sure, it comes off pretty contrived that Goro has a family diner, and a stranger who came into his life just so happens to be the key to the solution of his problems. However, I do like the idea that this story still gives me the warms and fuzzies for two guys down on their luck, meeting someone who changed everything for the better, resulting in a life that neither person expected to have, but are delighted that it did. This is pretty reflective of my personal life with my husband. I mean, if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today. But I'm digressing here. Something I like about this story is the fact that both characters are senior citizens, Goro being 52 and Satomu being 51. The typical age range in most Bara manga is 20 to 40, so these two are outliers to the norm. And I take that as refreshing. I know when it comes to different ages, you have different issues to tackle, and this story didn't take advantage of that, but that's okay because that wasn't the kind of story the mangaka wanted to tell. We really didn't get to know more about these characters, but I do like their chemistry and banter. While they have moments that didn't make sense that even the translator noticed as well, and were just swept under the rug as they talked about this off screen somewhere.
Alright then, keep your secrets.
There isn't much more to go over with this one shot. It's just a really short yet sweet story with some well built characters in terms of body types, and I really can't ask for more with it. Well, besides the things I pointed out within this review, but that's whatever. A learning experience is always a good takeaway from any work of art, even bad works of art. Not saying that this one is, but you know what I mean.
Right, yeah, got it.
The one thing that felt more out of place than it should be are the steamy scenes. Like, I totally get why they're there, but it felt forced and disjointed. At least the second one actually flowed better than the first one. That was just really forced and didn't do what I think is a proper lead up to that point. But hey, I've seen worse plots than regular porn. But whatever, no one can be perfect all the time. I'm also not a huge fan of continuing when your partner falls asleep, regardless of how comical it was to read. Let me know what you think about them. I got nothing. The art style that this artist creates is very unique compared to what other artists in this genre has, and sets them apart in an interesting way. While you have artists like Jiraiya and Ebisubashi where they make some super realistic illustrations, but Satoru has this interesting balance of using techniques with lighting and shading that gives this shine feel to it all. The art style is light enough that gives this medium a fresh look that I wish to see more artists with a similar style. It would be interesting to see the style be colorized, as I think it would elevate everything, and I also think it's kind of designed that way. But I also think that the characters' expressions are quite cute when it comes to blushing or when they're bickering with each other, giving them a lighter tone overall. I like that this style works for this medium, as it takes a more comic strip aesthetic than what manga is known for, and it offers people something different. So I can't wait to cover more from this particular artist, which he does have a YouTube channel and an Instagram account that showcases a lot of his work, so I do recommend checking those out if you want. Overall, this is a very quick yet light-hearted story, full with charm that you can breeze through, yet does end on a note that feels open enough for the mangaka to continue if they so choose it. And I wait patiently to see what comes of it. If you want something that checks all those boxes, then this one's definitely the one for you.
Perfect!
And that is it. That is all for my episode. I certainly hope you enjoy what I had to say in this one. Couple of quick things I want to say. I didn't get to say this in my last video, and I feel so shameful that I didn't get to say anything about this in my last one. But I have to give a huge shout out to some of my Discord members, because a couple of my Discord members actually got in contact with another Discord member who so happened to be an artist that did commissions, and they commissioned this amazing piece of work that I'm using as my banner for my Discord server, which yes, the link to that is in the description below. Go check it out. Come hang out with us there. You also do need to do age verification as well. Just want to point that out. It is an 18+ server, so you do have to get age verified. But check this thing out. Oh my god, I love this. This is amazing. I can't believe that I have Discord members who went out of their way to make this, and I can't help but show appreciation. I will also put the link to the artists in the description down below as well. Please go check them out. I don't know if they have commissions open right now, but if they do, don't hesitate to do it, because this is fantastic. I love this, and I hope to see more of this. But yes, that's pretty much it. If you have any recommendations for me that regards in the tags of either Bara, Gay Komi, or Men's Love, please do not hesitate to drop those down in the comment section below. I love to see those recommendations. I do put them on a list, and I do try to keep track of that and try to burn through that as much as I can when I can. If you also want to follow me on other places, you'll find all my socials down below. I have my Instagram, I'm on Reddit, you'll find me on Tumblr, it's all down there. Please do not hesitate to join me down there. Please join me at my Discord server, where we actually have weekly streams where we do our own version of Toonami, where we watch multiple different shows. It's been doing really well. I certainly hope to see you guys there if you want to do that. And if you also want to help me out in any other ways, you do have the wonderful opportunity to donate to me at Ko-Fi. Any little amount helps to keep the channel going, and hopefully try to get some other things. One last thing, I am trying to start some art challenges in my server as well to help the artists of my server actually practice and work on their skills more, but giving them some form of incentive. So if you do want to contribute to that, you can also help me do that with Ko-Fi, because I'm also trying to give out prizes for that. But I would also like to hear some feedback if you're somebody who's interested in trying these challenges and what kind of prizes you would like to see. That would help me out a lot. But other than that, I don't think I have much more to go on. Again, follow my socials, all that jazz. Certainly hope you guys enjoyed what I said in this video, and I hope to see you guys all in my next one. Bye-bye.